Hi, Robbie. Welcome to the show.
Hello. We on? Yeah, man.
Yeah, we are. Hang on, let's make
Strong air 7 peeps.
Let's make our boats a little bigger.
Yeah, if you're here, give us a shout in your chat.
Give us a shout in your
Strong air peeps.
Oh, feedback. It's a feedback show.
Hey. Yeah, that's just the whole show. It's just
the whole show is just.
Oh, we know what our April Fool's show is going to be.
Yeah.
Starting strong, 10 peeps.
Wow. Hello, welcome everyone. We're going to play a little bit of drum and or bass that you guys have sent.
Brainwave crew, yes, man. You're bleeding. Yeah, absolute sorts.
A Tollgate Shindigs of Brainwave fame. I met him on Friday night, actually, Rob. I went down to Birmingham and played for Brainwave. I think it's one of their first shows. They only started up quite recently, and it was really good. Like, everyone there was just really up for a good time. All the headliners played really well. I was happy with how my set went, and yeah, it was just an overall really good time. We'd definitely go and play for them again. Brainwave, if you're not following Brainwave yet, then keep a lookout for them, because they are really cool and they're doing bits.
Yeah, man, it looked like a good little vibe. So Bleed's watching with no volume on. I don't understand.
I can't hear anything, so I've got the sound off. I'll use my imagination when it comes to figuring out what you're saying. I'm saying Bleed's a bellend. Did you work that out, Bleed?
Boom slang, yes.
Hello,
guys.
Boom Slang. It's a meeting of labels here, isn't it? It's Brainwave, Boom Slang, GTA.
Yes, getting in your own here.
It is. So just downloading the last couple of bits and bobs. Maybe we should start off a little lighter. We've been sent this by Wes Walker, who's one of the Grand Theft Audio Liquid core peeps. So we'll start off with something quite chilled from the Wes man. Let's go. Fan of that Reese, Rob. What do you think? Really nice.
Mine's lovely.
This is very upbeat for Wes, isn't it?
Yeah.
really nice. Really nice tune, that. So a lot of Wes's stuff is in sounds a bit deeper than that. What I mean by that is like the bass is just sub. It doesn't have those sort of top, or like resonances sort of in the mids that make it warmer, and it's often in like a sort of quite a depressing key, which is, it's great. It's its own thing. But I do think when he ventures into making something a bit more summery, that's where he shines.
Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, we have sort of Wes Walker kind of does what we do, but like within Liquid. He's one of those people who can sort of do anything. It's not like he can't make other stuff as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, he can do anything within the refrains of that subgenre itself.
I agree.
We've got quite a bit of Liquid today, so we've got a few Blean tunes, even though he won't be able to hear them. Yes, we've got Clarky Brown. What are you saying?
I mean, speaking of Liquid, you recently went to Boomtown, didn't you? And
yeah, you got the video.
One of the best.
Yeah, it's one of the best Boomtowns I've been to, man.
Liquid alumni from Grand Theft Audio, a boy named Slater.
Yeah, so one of the best moments was this, man. It was generally quite fucking emotional. I've watched this. James, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah. I couldn't hear you when that was playing.
Oh, okay, right. No, but before that, you were just, yeah. So that was a beautiful moment, man. We knew he was playing, but like we walked over because he was on like a little sort of pop up, what do they call it, like a street party stage.
Yeah.
And we walked over, not quite sure where it was, and just saw this fucking sea of people. And it was, at the bottom of that's our little con.
Oh, wicked, man.
No, it was amazing. And also, the other thing was, like, next to it, there was this little sort of pen of DJs, like a sort of backstage area, and it was just like royalty. I saw Jack Frost, I saw Brian G, I saw Degs, I saw Ether Wood. Everyone was just hanging out watching Slater and Outside and Alibi. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Right, so what we're going to do is keep on a Liquid tip and just get harder, I think. So who was next? Bleen, right? Bleen's,
it would make sense to do Bleen next, I think
we'll do Bleen next and then get tougher as we continue rather than jumping around the styles. So where are you, Bleen? Found him. So this is Live to See the Sunrise. I see. He's paused it because I'm turning on Logic. Let's try that.
Yeah, Bleen, if you're going to have the sound on, I'll do it now, bro. No, we can't hear you, Jay.
It would help if I had my microphone turned on. Right, let's have a little look on the old span. Well, that's really solid. I'd say, I mean, this is me being really picky. I would say that the very lowest node of the sub of this Reese could come up a tiny bit, and this one come down a tiny bit, and then you can push this out wider so that this is so that the side signal's more closely hugging the mono signal. He's really got quite a bit of room to push elements left and right, or just generally widen them. But that's me being really picky. This is the best mix down East Centus, I think.
Yeah, man, it's hard to even give feedback for like Blaine has just absolutely mastered that style of liquid that he's moved to. I think I said this last time, but it's crazy to think this is the same guy that gave us Godzilla.
Yeah, keep expecting it to like switch up and go.
Godzilla is just like the opposite in like style, in noise and in everything.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, a bit of a personal taste thing, but I would say that there's also room to add a little bit more distortion to that bass and a bit more movement, because at the moment the bass is just very static, and there could just be a little bit of distortion, and then it can come away and go and come away and go and just sort of do a little bit more. But the bones are absolutely there. It's a really solid tune. Really love all the musical elements and the way that they interact with each other. Shall we move on to the next Blaine?
Yeah.
Chalet. Butlin's rhythm.
Oh no, I see what's happening. That's right. Yeah.
What was that, Rob?
Well, Blaine said he went, oh no, I see my track and an equalizer out. Charlie.
Those strings are lovely. You need to push them out a good couple of dB. They're just like really quiet in the background, but they should be more kind of the main event, in my opinion. A lot of your elements are very mono, and again, you just want to sort of push them out to the side a bit more. But then there's other stuff like this sub is a little bit too wide at the bottom. Just obviously just cut it about 125 in the sides.
Yeah, percussion was a little sharp for my personal taste, and well, the whole way through that one, particularly that sort of.
I agree, very sharp and very dry. If we zoom in here, I'm sure there'll be absolutely no. It's very short. Could just use a little bit more. What's it called? Reverb, and also maybe using Soothe to get out some of these sharp bits, and again you can see a massive height difference between your mono signal and your sides. Just don't be afraid to push some more shit out to the sides, man. Make it wide, make it occupy all of the stereo field, not just a very thin part. But I mean, it's a really interesting forward thinking track. Really like where this is going. Yeah, man. Let's move on to the final one. Sola Site, which means Sola, I love you and love all of your tunes.
We've done this one before, I'm sure, haven't we?
We have. This is the final version of the instrumental. He's sending it off to Iffy Palmer for vocals. Remember meeting her at NASFest?
I know. If I'm completely honest, I'm very sorry. We met a lot of people that day.
We did meet. She was the one that wasn't Devilman.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no, but, yeah, we met a lot of people that day. But yeah. And wait, was that behind the second stage?
Yeah, the one that was right next to Maddie V the whole time.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, no,
Maddie V's mate.
Yeah.
Really nice. Yes, Limo. Nice to see you.
You back from Berlin, bro? You alright?
Oh, Limo, you finally back from Berlin.
Okay, it's dark, bro. That's rival got through now.
Yes, Rival Technique. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll tune in tomorrow. Sola and Rival Technique. Yo, Limo, man. So we need to let's talk about his Bleeding Tune, and let's talk a bit about Saturday after this because we've got a few of the crew in the chat.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's good. Every time we hear it, it just improves and improves. I really like the low end. I still think he can push out the sides a bit more at the top. Again, it's quite narrow. I think that's just going to come as he gets more into making this style. He's just going to get more confidence to have more elements sat on the outside of the stereo field, or certainly parts of noises being sat there to, straddle the, make it nice and wide.
One of my favourite Bleeding tunes though so far, that one. Not just because of the name. But dude, Limo, I have to know. Tell us a bit what happened. So on Saturday we put on the longest event we've ever done. It was 13 hours. It was 3 p.m. till 4 a.m. at Rebellion. Are we allowed to say how much we raised yet? We can get
we raised
in and around
£578 for and we're possibly waiting on an extra £50 donation on top of that from Aztec.
Let's kind of call it we'll call it 600 really, isn't it? Like in and around.
Yeah, it's either going to be 25 above or 25 below. And that's going to go towards half's going to go to Mind charity and half's going to go to the Samaritans, and it's quite a hefty amount of money, to the point where we can probably say that because of everyone who came and donated their time and effort to playing at that rave, we've probably saved several people's lives and saved families from finding dead, sons and daughters and that sort of thing. It's going to be very positive impact that we've had on the world through drum and bass, through going in, because it was the best night, wasn't it? It was a load of fun.
Yeah, 100%, man.
We didn't have to climb Ben Nevis.
Yeah, like thanks for everyone that came, man. Like especially we had people that were guests. Like I know I can say for starters, like D Bice, his girlfriend, because I was obviously welcome to be a +1, but she bought a ticket just because she wanted to donate. We had people who didn't come that bought tickets. So yeah, it was very much. It was about 40 artists that played over the whole day.
About 40
Oh,
artists.
Freddie B. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yes,
but yeah,
Freddie B.
very much a team effort. It was amazing. Man of the match has to go to DJ Sebrad, I think.
Well, I mean, when he turned up, he'd had like 10 pints. It was like 3 in the afternoon. He just kept saying how he'd watched Bolton lose 4-0 and he'd drunk the pain away.
So Limo was on the lineup.
Limo was on the lineup.
It was class, amazing. Bill in masterclass. Misflight. One of our acquaintances got arrested because he knocked someone down on a scooter. Spent Sunday on my own, very tired, and just wanted to be home. So that's why Limo didn't make it on Saturday, people.
Scooter, are you ready?
Yeah. Well, I can't read that word without hearing it like that. I won't say who, but someone at the end of the night had a bit of trouble with the police. And D-Bice cracked me up because he said if his money was on anyone, he said it would have been on DJ Sebrad. And that would have been where the smart money went. But he didn't.
Can you get arrested for calling...
Being a legend.
Can you get arrested for calling a police officer an uncultured swine because they've not been to the Man and Scythe?
Oh, God, yeah.
Pub in Bolton.
I'm talking about this pub in Bolton called the Man and Scythe. He was very, very adamant that we all should know about it and go to it.
Oh, that was pretty funny.
That's everyone against that night, man. And shouts to D-Bice for coming over from Spain, and shouts to D-Bro for coming over from Belgium.
Oh yeah, it was definitely an international, I was going to say an international incident. It was a whole family affair. People coming from all over. It was really nice vibe all night.
Both our foreign guests now want to move to Manchester as well.
Oh really? I knew about D-Bro. I didn't know about D-Bice.
Yeah, D-Bice. So like on the on the Thursday, D-Bice went to go and see Joey Valance and Bray, who are two like hip hop artists.
Oh nice.
He went to the Club Academy, and he couldn't believe that we have venues in our university buildings, which to us is just totally normal because every like major city has it, don't they?
And they don't have that there.
No, that blew his mind.
That's
like,
crazy,
I don't know
because he's performed in Sofia with us, hasn't he? And they have that in Bulgaria. They have.
But he probably didn't go to a gig there. I just don't think it's quite the same. Cause, like, our academies are some of our main concert venues.
Yeah. So
but yeah, for some reason that blew him away. And he said, "My Mancunian, yeah, when you're a Spankunian, you can be a Spankunian."
A Spankunian, a little bit Spanish, a little bit Mancunian. I love it.
Yeah, man, shouts over in the Cayman Saturday. Right, yeah, let's crack on.
So, lastly, on the Liquid Hype, I'm going to play this track. It's a remix by Telomic of Light the Way by Eidner. It's a really, really nice tune, and I told her that I'd play it on our stream. Nice one, Limo. Downloading that now, mate.
I'll be there for you.
Really nice. She's got a fantastic voice, hasn't she, Rob?
Eames, man, yeah. Shouts to Eidner, man.
Shouts to Eidner. She's got a fantastic voice. We're actually writing a couple of tracks with her now, aren't we, Rob?
Yeah, I was going to say if we were allowed to announce that, yeah, we are.
Wow. We just did.
You just did, yeah.
I'm a fan of this dad joke as well. Lower, taking things higher with every manoeuvre.
Where's the higher bit?
High R, high colon
Oh,
R.
right, yeah. Fair enough.
It's just so hard to breathe this cold air. In times like these, I just want you by my side.
Got to keep some things a secret, but one of the tracks that we're working on with also is going to feature one of the best rappers in the UK right now, isn't it, Rob?
Yes, we're doing one with Benny V as well.
One of them's with Benny V, yeah. He's not one of the best rappers in the UK. I'm sure he'd be
Yeah,
the first.
I just remember who you're talking about. Yeah, one of my favorite people. We won't say anymore. A rapper that was huge in UK hip hop and has recently made a move to DnB.
Ooh, who could it be?
It's fucking everyone.
Yeah, that's lovely. Big ups to Iden and big ups to Talomic as well. I'm actually ferrying a Talomic vinyl to Australia when we go.
You really?
Because for some reason Hospital Records won't ship anything to Australia.
Right.
So
Do you even ship outside the UK?
They ship outside the UK, because the person who I'm grabbing it for, they sent me a screenshot. They're like, I can get it to fucking Afghanistan. I can't get it to Australia where I live. For some reason, they just won't ship it there. So I'm taking a Talomic vinyl and some Liquidity socks.
Oh, sick. Okay. Liquidity socks.
Liquidity socks for the win.
Well, we should do someone that's in the chat.
Okay. Who's
Limo?
Who's in the chat? I'm doing it kind of by... Yeah, what about...
Freddie, do you know what? Freddie B. We'll do Freddie, we'll do Limo.
I'll not do the first version of the Freddie B tune that he's...
Yeah, it's a bit minimal.
Yeah, I accidentally sent one with 4 minutes of silence, which
then wasn't it like a random bass guitar?
Which we've all done. Oh yeah. It was quite a funky bass guitar.
I have absolutely no idea what to expect with this, so I'm excited.
No, I don't either. It's called Dumbo, and it's by MC Freddie B, and it goes a little something like this.
Your own drums. BYOD.
BYOD, yeah. Sounds like it's about maybe 160 to 165.
Illy, another all-star from Saturday, man.
Yes, Diligent Fingers.
Thanks for doing 2 sets, bro. You fucking hero.
So, Freddie, is this you producing this?
I was literally just about to say, is it 160? Yeah. This is you producing, isn't it, Freddie?
160, yeah. So, when it's done, you should definitely send it to Charlie B. He's playing and signing a lot of 160 at the minute.
Oh, you mean getting
No, Charlie B runs a label now.
Really?
Yeah, like a little free downloads label, Beats on Toast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm liking the old school vibes.
I don't think I knew you were producing yet, Freddie.
I didn't know that. So one of the things that I noticed on the drop that will kind of help a little bit is you've got too much sides in your in your low end. So when I want to pause it here, you can kind of see. So this dark green is your cool. We will play some more of it. We'll get to your switch in a second. But this dark green is your mono signal, and this lighter green is your sides. So at the top, your sides are supposed to kind of hug your mono signal so that it's nice and wide, and then at the bottom here, there's not supposed to be this yellow or red. The easiest thing to do is get something like a Pro Q3 and just cut the sides off. There's quite a few EQs that do it, but you can literally operate the sides independently, and then there we are, all gone. All gone.
Yeah, man, it's pretty much what I would guess Freddie B. If I was to like imagine what Freddie B would make production wise, it would kind of be that. But like yeah, you just said the technical stuff, like composition wise, it's kind of there.
Composition wise, it's really nice. Absolutely.
You know what you're doing already. You can tell.
I'd say some more effects as well, like some transition effects, some
little risers,
just little anything that's going to kind of add to the ambience. You can also stand to have your intro much louder. It's almost non-existent there compared to the heft of the drop. You can go louder in your intros, and that's a sort of confidence thing that happens. Well, there's a few things that you can do to bring up the width in your highs. The first is, let's say you've got 3 elements that are quite similar. So let's say you've got 3 different hat layers. You can pan one halfway to the left, one halfway to the right, and have one in the middle. And then that's one way of creating width. So like by literally panning things to the side, but just making sure that you have other elements pan to the other side so that it doesn't get lopsided and all lean one way. On completely narrow elements that you maybe want to widen, there's a really good way of doing that if you find some sort of imager. One that I like to use is the Isotope Ozone Imager, but there are free ones. I can't remember the name of it. I've got it written down somewhere. I'll message you later. There is a free one that is nearly as good, and you can sort of push things out to the sides a little bit more. Not on the master track, just on individual elements you would use this on. So if you've got an element that's mono and you want to push it out to the sides, Imager has a free version. Oh, fantastic, yeah.
Gilly, Charlie B owes everyone a headphone adapter. If you leave Charlie B a headphone adapter, it's your own fault. You may as well just throw it out into the abyss.
You might as well just melt it in the microwave.
Yeah, in the microwave.
I hear tell of a switch up.
Yeah.
Oh, wicked. Cheers for that, Boomstang Recordings. That's good advice.
Get forward further. Guessing the third section.
Here comes a switch. I think it's great that all of the people that sort of we know as MCs are starting to get into production. I think it's a really positive step.
Shouts to MCs making tunes, man. Fucking it's the way forward.
I mean, I don't know if I count Diligent Fingers in that because, like, he's always done both. So to me, he's an artist and also an MC, and he's sort of come up with both. But I really love all of the other GTA sort of vocalists like Rival Technique and Freddie B, who are learning to make tunes now. And Rival Technique's actually got 2 tracks forthcoming on Grand Theft Audio that he's produced himself, hasn't he?
Yeah, D-Bro, we were just talking about you.
Yes, D-Bro. Yeah, Freddie, really like that. I'm so pleased that you're producing, man. I can't wait to hear you develop across the mix.
You're at that sweet spot in production where you can just tell that like you're just going to come in leaps and fucking bounds over the next few months.
Absolutely.
Like, you found your feet. You know what you're doing. You know how to. You're just going to find more and more tricks as time goes on.
Absolutely. So that I don't get confused and accidentally do one twice or miss any out. I'm just going to go up my list over here, if that's all right, Rob. So the next is...
Everyone said, D-Bro, mate, we were talking about you, mate. We were saying some vile shit, man. It's horrible. It got really quite offensive. No, mate, we were saying... D-Bro's
going to have your ass when he watches that back.
Yeah. No, I was saying how much of a pleasure it was to have you. The fact that you and D-Bice came to play a charity night, man. You both got on planes from other countries to play. And the fact that you both left wanting to
move here.
Yeah, yes, guys.
I mean, I get it. The very first time I went to the very first time I came to Manchester, right? The second time I came to Manchester was to live here. So I came here, loved it, and the second time I came with all my stuff.
First time I came here, I was born here, and I stayed. So that's that affect some people. Wait, Lima, I think I've seen you post about that plugin with the anime boobs. That's fucking insane.
What's this? Plug-in.
I think it's a bit like sausage fattening. You know how sausage fattening gets angrier the more you put it up. It's like that. And yeah, it's a bit like that. The girl's shirt rips open. I know.
No wonder there's not more female producers.
Yeah, it's that can't be a recent. Well, I guess maybe it is a recent plugin.
Maybe it is. Let's have a little listen to Goozy's Plums. Had the ability to, I'd break out into some Cossack dancing. This tune's just fucking nuts.
Can you feel the tension in the air right now? Can you feel the tension in the air right now?
Talladega Nights or something like that.
Yeah, it's Will Ferrell in it.
Yeah. Is that not? What?
Yeah, maybe. I can't remember what film it's
What
from.
Will Ferrell film is it?
I can't remember.
Well, you just said Will Ferrell as I said a Will Ferrell film, so it's possible that it's that one.
Oh, that one.
It's got to be something like that. Yeah, this is fucking.
This is without doubt no offense to Lightsaber and our man Freddie B, but this might be our favourite Goozy song on a level. Lightsaber and then.
Anything that I could say on the technical is just personal taste, isn't it? Anyway, it's like I'd say you could push the brightness up maybe a dB above 4K, and so there's some elements that are mono that might sound better slightly spread. But nice one, Dilly. Take care, man. But I mean, it's just fantastic, isn't it?
That was amazing. What BPM is it? Is it 174?
I think it's 175.
Yeah, fucking wow.
Just misses the 17, so I think 175.
How would you even go about playing that in a set though? Like, you need to be prepared.
Double drop it with some GABA. 170.
No, yeah. That's taken me by surprise in a lot of ways. That was amazing.
It's really good. Proper up, I liked that. And thank you for sending that in, Goozy. Hello, Claire.
Hey, Claire, yeah. Yes, my Boomtown pal.
Right.
Yeah, she was really well. Watched. Claire, you came and watched later with me, did you? Of course you did, actually. I remember it. It was an emotional moment. Oh, speaking of GTA boys, here's our Clarks.
Our Clarks. He also played on Saturday.
Saturday. Did full family affair, man.
Full family affair. And he sent over two. One is called Levitation, and one is called Lock the Door. I believe they're out this Friday.
Are these from his Gritty P?
Yes, I think so. Not 100% sure, but that's my guess.
DK7.
Yes, 7 DK7. Doing pretty good, man. How are you?
All about it. Loving them sevens.
Little Clarky lad.
Clarky
Clarky was here a second ago.
Oh yeah, where are you, Clark?
Clarky, where you at?
Yeah, man. I saw you had an EP on Grid come in, so I'm interested to hear this.
I hope it does well for him. I'm laughing because I turned my microphone off. I always do that. Fucking hell, I think I need to have a shower. Right, guys, I'm putting the stream on hold for half an hour while I shower after that one.
Yeah, man, fucking A Clark. That is grotty. His tunes have got a lot cleaner and dirtier at the same time, which is exactly what you want.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a gripe with a lot of modern jump up in that it doesn't have enough of a sub. But this sub is fucking towering. Like on a system, this would be like shaking the whole place to bits. It's lovely to see him making tunes with like really massive subs. Just look at this bad boy. It was towering up more than that. I think I paused it at the wrong second. It went up and then back down again. But yeah, really, really high sub. Really nice width. This is exactly what you'd want to see in the top end, this width. And then obviously going down to very little or nothing like it does. If I'm being super picky, it gets too loud before the drop. So it takes away some of the impact from the drop. So on the drop, it's like a really nice, loud 4 luffs, absolutely perfect. But then just before the drop, it's jumping up to 2. So just a little bit of automation to pull that down slightly so that it doesn't go over 4 luffs. And then when it drops at 4 luffs, it'll sound banging. That's literally the only thing I could pick out of the entire thing.
I just want to get my nan in the headlock.
only thing I could pick out of the entire tune for criticism. I'm very, very impressed with this.
Yeah, man. Clarky's one thing. The thing Clarky's got a lot better at is one of the things in jump up is you want to make it loud as fuck. But we like it not to be too smashed, and I think he's done pretty well with that.
Yeah, I think four's a really nice. A really nice sort of compromise if you're in the jump up scene, anywhere between sort of 3 and 4, rather than trying to push it up to them -1 levels and losing all your sub, which I'm pleased you didn't do with this. You did really well.
Yeah, I think that song's a perfect testament of how that's the best example of him doing that, I think.
Absolutely. Let's listen to the other one. It's called Lock the Door Final. This is nice and funky, this. This one's called Lock the Door.
I'ma be the best that you never had.
Amazing.
I really like the concepts. I like a lot of the execution. I feel like this lowest sub part needs to come up a fair bit. It should be above this. As you forgot to drop the size in the low frequencies. It could do with they could do with all being gone by 125 hertz as well. Yeah, so. And his sides aren't pushed out as much as the other tune. Like compared to the other tune, it's not as wide. There's a little bit of width in the low end, and rather than having that towering sub, it's just sort of down there below several other nodes. However, it's a really good track. I really like the composition, but it's not quite as technically polished as Levitation, which I thought was a massive step up. What do you think, Rob, in terms of the composition?
I agree with what you just said about compared to Levitation, but that being said, it's still my favourite Clarky tune I think I've heard.
You think it's your favourite Clarky tune? That's amazing.
I think it's the most cohesive. I think it sounds the part. I just think it's fucking good. I think he's really this EP is sort of the start of Clark, of like the next.
I don't know for sure that these are off his Grid EP.
Okay. Either way, I'd be surprised if the last one definitely sounded grid as fuck.
Yeah, that was really
but either way, even whether it's not the EP or not, this handful of tunes that he's got at the moment is the start of a new era of Clarky 2.0.
Well, he sent us 2 tunes. One is now my favourite Clarky tune, and one is now your favourite Clarky tune. So I'd say that's pretty good going.
And it's just sometimes you can kind of hear someone sort of bounce around the sound that they're aiming for, and then they fucking land on it. And I think that's what he's done.
If he continues to do mad shit like this, he'll blow up big time. Yeah. He's definitely got very high standards I mean, my only gripe with it is the width in the low end. Everything else is perfect. It's the perfect weight, frequency balance, volume. It's just
I mean,
the width
it's
in
a fully released XR tune. It's going to be hard to poke holes in, to be honest.
yeah.
I'm sure we've played this tune before. It's fucking sick. There's a bit in it though, but it's basically like when it does the 4/4 bit, it's basically like a ragga tune. It's basically like a vandal tune.
Yeah, I love that
I
bit.
will always approve of.
We've got a very special one next. This one is finished and coming out on Brainrave later on this year. I want to say September. Might have made that up. I can have a little look. This was sent over by Tollgate Shindigs earlier on. Immediately, like from the 17th of September, thanks Tollgate. I love tunes that when you press play, just immediately there's like a wall of sound. There's stuff going on. There's direction. There's ambience. Like straight away from the second I pressed play, you can hear that it's a finished, polished tune.
Yeah, you get at least the next 5 minutes in the first half a second.
That's exactly it. Yeah, and it's a sign of like the difference between a producer who's still sort of learning and a producer that's really mastered their craft. Not that we ever stop learning.
we're struggling for words there, which is not like us. Yeah, that literally felt like getting my fucking head caved in out of my fucking speakers, but in the best way possible.
Absolutely, yeah. Can definitely imagine audio playing this. And other people like that. Ed Rush, I can imagine playing it. Yeah, like really, really solid tune. Thank you for sending that in. I've got no obviously sort of feedback notes on it because it's a finished tune that's scheduled for release. It's really, really tasty.
Yeah. Well done.
Well done, Rico. Definitely a name I'm going to be keeping an eye out for.
Is Rico had tunes out before? I feel like I have a Rico tune somewhere in my collection.
I got confused. I thought it was Rido, Rido.
No, that's not what I was thinking of. But yeah, so that's coming out on Brainwave, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one is Gaigan. The person whose name can be pronounced about 9 different ways.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard a tune from Gaigan for a little while. When was his last release to us? It wasn't 50, was it? Has he had one since then?
Yeah, he's had one since then.
It was on the annual, wasn't it?
He was on the annual, absolutely. And before that, he was on Who's a Majigs, ESKR's album. And also, he had a free release with us called Nympholepsy.
Yeah, Nympholepsy, yeah.
Let's have a little listen to Gaigan. He's in the chat at the moment, I think, as Boomslang Recordings. What did you say, Rob?
Let's save Mike in the chat.
Save Mike in the chat. Obviously, we're big fans of strings in Neuro tracks. This is wicked. This is much better than the version that. Do you remember he sent us a version that we were interested in for Grand Theft Audio, Rob?
Of this, yeah, I thought it sounded familiar.
Of this, yeah, this is sounding much tighter, much louder, much bassier. So yeah, I think he's really improved it since I heard it, because it was a great concept, but now the execution matches the concept. So yeah, really, really strong. No notes. That's just my favourite Gaigan tune, I think, of yours.
Yeah, I was thinking who has to follow that last tune is going to fucking struggle, but that held its own very much. So.
It very much held its own, yeah. I really like that. Really like it.
Missed a bit of Gaigan.
Bit of Gaigan. Or Girl Gan, it's 2023. What do you say? Not for much longer?
Or neither, Gan.
Or neither. Absolutely. Are you hinting me to master your tune quickly before we play it? This is really nice. I really like this one as well, Rob. One of the things I historically thought that Gigan tunes were lacking was musicality. They needed more melody, and what Gigan's shown with these two tunes especially is that he can marry that hard driving Gigan sound with a more musical, more melodic intro and breakdown, and the tune doesn't suffer for it. In fact, these are my two favourite Gigan tunes.
Yeah. So you can see the progression as it happened, basically. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Limo, don't worry, bro. Mate, just whack that anime and just whack that anime plug-in on the master, and you'll be right.
Sausage fattening on the master out.
We have, yeah, man. Just animate it. But yeah, dude, Gigan, well done, man. Solid. Nothing but progression and growth from what we've heard from the
Here's
past.
something interesting. Sent to us a minute and a half apart, two tracks, both called Castles. One's called Castles Year.
Don't worry about the DK one.
One's called Castles in the Sky, bootleg key changed.
Because I heard so Focus played a bootleg of Castles in the Sky at Boomtown.
Oh, tell me why.
But yeah, I'm guessing that's not the same one, or maybe it is. We'll
Perhaps. Let's listen to Castles Year by Zale.
Feeling like we touch me, feeling like it was sweet. Never felt before, now we picking up the heart. Right there up on the floor, ain't no better time to start. Right now I'm on my lonesome, cold like I've done some. That is where I come from. Yeah, we had a fun run, all the way to sober. Now I'm living with my thoughts, so day and night is over. Now we started with the top on. Why you tryna hurt me? Face up in the dirt, we feeling like we cursed, we feeling like the worst. We never felt before, now we picking up the heart. Right there up off the floor, ain't no better time to start. Right now I'm on my lonesome, cold day I've done some. That is where I come from. Yeah, we had a fun run, all the way to sober. Now I'm living with my thoughts, so day and night is over. Now we started with the top on.
These the same guys that popped in the week before last.
They are, yeah. Do you recognise his subgenre on
Yeah.
on SoundCloud of flower bass?
Yeah,
Can I just start by saying that I absolutely love your stereo spread. This is like the dream. I know that you've sent an MP3, so it's obviously going to have this shelf at 16K. So we'll ignore that because you sent it as an MP3, so that's why that's doing that. But you are hugging it as closely as possible. You're hugging the mono signal with the sides as closely as humanly possible, while barely going over into the red, and I've just got massive respect for that. And then obviously once it comes down to 100, it disappears, and you've got this lovely mono sub. It's a masterclass on how to do dubstep and trap stereo width.
Yeah, Lima, Flume, but yeah, somewhere between Flume and Marshmallow's good stuff. I'd say that is. It's fucking great.
I want to listen to a little bit Mo. It's also got a lot of similarity to my favourite lo-fi artist called Lo-Fi to Study/Chill to. Expecting the break beats. It's wicked, it's so original. I really like it. It's mad 10 songs in one. Yeah, quit hogging all the songs, Zale. I also think that's Zale's own vocal.
Yeah, fucking hell, yeah, I can imagine.
I think
not like a little crew that popped in there.
Not the first guy, Goodnight, but this guy who was like singing "I'm Not Your Victim Anymore," "Shattered Walls and Bloody Floors." Really cool, really cool.
The only thing that tune was missing was a breakbeat, which they threw in at the end. So fucking job done.
It's even got the anime girl from the door.
I'm intrigued to hear this one.
Decane, Castles in the Sky, bootleg, key changed. Thank you for sending, Zale. Really appreciate your work, and looking forward to hearing what you send next.
Do you ever question your life? Do you ever wonder why? Do you ever see in your dreams all the castles in the sky? Oh, tell me why do we build castles in the sky? Oh, tell me why all the castles way up high. Please tell me why.
BRB getting glow sticks.
Build castles in the sky. Oh, tell me why all the castles way up high. Why? Oh, tell me why do we build castles in the sky? Oh, tell me why all the castles way up high. Why? Oh, tell me.
Microphone.
You literally have no brightness at all. Like, this is like under by quite a lot. Let me do a little adjustment for you so you can see. I'm literally going to start at about +6. It's that much of a adjustment, I think. But we'll have a little listen.
Castles way up high. Why? Oh, tell me why. Why? Oh,
Oh, okay. So it's just a bit of a whip at the minute. I think there's some really good elements in it. I think it sounds less cheesy pitched down into this key.
Yeah, so what I was worried was because, like I said, there's one doing the rounds at the moment that some folks played at Boomtown. I was just expecting one to be virtually the same, but it's completely different. Yeah, the way you tone down, pitch down the voice is completely different. The drop's completely different. I was quite surprised actually, because the one that's doing the rounds is just kind of an extension of the intro, but this one's got entirely its own personality. Its own
Definitely. Something that you should do with this sub. Okay, so it comes in. Right. So you've got these two nodes, right? I think they're both in D sharp. This one should be taller and this one should be shorter. So when it's playing this note, just make sure that you're EQing this guy to be taller, this guy to be shorter, and also you're missing this here. You can see the gap, you can feel the gap. The next node should be plus 19 semitones. So you've got root note, D sharp plus 1, root note plus 12 semitones, which is D sharp 2, and then you want to add another 7 semitones on top. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you want a node in A sharp 2, just here. And that is going to give it a little bit more character and a little bit more warmth and help to fill this gap a little bit. And to close the gap from the other side, if there is a high pass EQ, you just want to be tapering it off a bit closer to. So this A sharp 2 will kind of fall down by about here. So instead of fading it off here, fade it off a bit closer downwards. And then that'll sort of fill this. But yeah, that's jumped out at me immediately. But yeah, good luck with it. Definitely send it back again when it's a bit more completed, and we'll be happy to give you a little bit more help on it. This last one is the last one that we've been sent. So after this, we'll just play some tunes that we like and some stuff that we've made and signed. This is called Go Girl.
It's Limo.
It is Limo.
Go.
Without further ado, let's have a listen. You can probably guess what I'm going to say from the adjustments that I made. When it drops and the sub comes in, just needs a bit more sub, and then like a little bit more, sort of around 8K to balance out the new sub, and then it'll sound a bit more open from the tops and a bit less thin from the bottoms. But that aside, perfect.
Yeah, it wasn't wild on the sort of choppy, gated, sidechainy mad bit you got on the intro, but the rest of it's fucking flawless.
I feel like that should maybe start filtering out from 33 going.
I just didn't particularly like it, to be honest. I think you could, like, for a tune that clean and smooth and listenable, the intro was just a bit messy. The rest of it's fucking magnificent. The rest of it's magnificent. It's like Dimension vibes. Dude, Limo, I've been saying to you for fucking a long time. Send us some demos, man. Saying to everyone in the chat, man, like we've got the Future Legends LP coming out next year, which is designed to have new upcoming people on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
ETARexdemos@gmail.com.
Shall I show them the track that we mastered today for it?
Yeah. But dude, Limo's sick, man. Like, apart from what I said about the intro, it's fucking great. Genuinely. It literally sounds like a Dimension tune.
Really, really top draw, that. Well done, man. Looking forward to hearing that when it's finished, definitely. Oh. I was like, why is there so much bass? It's because of all that added bass. This is one of the first tracks that we've signed to Future Legends. For anyone in the chat who's been listening to me on a lot of tunes before, and obviously every week talking about stereo spread, this is exactly how it should work. Almost completely hugging at the top, then dropping away during the mids and disappearing at 100 to 120, and then a big, tall, mono sub. This is textbook. He's done a really good mix down on this. Shall we show them the other finished track, the Spraydon one? Yeah.
So we're in the process of beginning of filling up our first Future Legends LP.
Yeah.
ETARexdemos@gmail.com. Send us some demos for it.
Absolutely. Our friend Lawton.
Keep a brother high. hill, know the drill. I'll be sitting on my third eye when the sill.
I love his voice.
We don't run the pizza, blow the reefer by the beach in the beaver. Saigon, Vietnam, picking up the heavy bomb. Can't forget the countless times I burned it down in Amsterdam. Back in SY, blowing on the NY. Be up easy, you're in London, keep a brother high. To the motherland in Cali, watch your brother fly. Flying through and know your highlights of a highlight.
Yeah, man. So that's the level we're at the moment.
So yeah, those two are kind of the benchmark. I wouldn't say there's a big drop in quality, or we're certainly not planning on having a drop in quality for this album. I think there's so many new producers that are of a very high standard and don't really have a place to put their tracks. Yeah, I think
Love those Bristol bass wobble things. I love that Bristol has its own bass sound now.
Bristol does have a bass sound.
Bristol's got a lot of things.
The Bristol sound, I think I prefer to the Belgium sound.
Yeah. You saw Debro kept saying that he's from Belgium, but he hates Belgian jump up. Well, we put him on the one jump up set of the day, which is Clarky and Spherics, but they didn't play any of that, so he was happy.
Do you know I've not heard for a little while, Rob?
What?
Something forthcoming on our Full Spectrum DnB.
Easily the gnarliest tune on the upcoming. Let's do a few from the Full Spectrum.
Yeah, let's play a few tracks from Full Spectrum DnB 2023. In fact, for the 7 people that are here, we can give an artwork preview.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You're about to be the first 7 people to see this.
Be the first 7 people in the world.
There are 32, 33?
33, yeah, 33 tracks.
One, yeah.
And this is it, yeah, Full Spectrum. I feel like this is more descriptive than the annual, because the annual makes it sound like it's rehashed stuff from throughout the year. And also Full Spectrum really leans into our unique selling point as a label, and that is, as other labels seem to be getting a more and more focused sound, we're more of a broad church. There's something that we like in all the subgenres. And
that comes through in not just in the label, in our production, in our sets. If you've seen anything from us whatsoever or know us,
within that we have very specific tastes, oddly. So like the liquid that we don't like all liquid. We just like certain liquid, and we only sign that liquid. Within neuro, we only like certain neuro and only sign that. So within those subgenres, you know, we do obviously we have a lot of preferences, but we like all sorts of moods and energy levels, and I think this really sums that up. So this is one of the moods.
That's enough of us picking ourselves up. We'll go on to explosive. But yeah, man.
Limo, this isn't even remotely jump up. I think you'd be happy. This is Crossbones by Explosic. Our second Latvian signing, I think. gnarliest one on the.
Yeah, told you. Don't take any more on your head.
Have you got a request from Full Spectrum?
Yeah, we're gonna have a little flick through what's on there. But yeah, man, we warned you. That's just fucking crazy. Even though I've heard it many, many times, I think that drop still takes me by surprise. It just kind of comes in and kicks you in the nuts.
I'm gonna put on "I Can Feel" by Aggro and Plasmator.
Yeah, tune.
This is an absolute tune. Hold tight, Plasmator, if you're watching this back. A bit fucking stinky, isn't it? South Coast Bizzle. What do you hear next, Rob?
Yeah, right. I've got a couple in mind then, all completely different from the others. Let's start with Wobbles.
Did you hear me play this one on Saturday?
With on the one with Conrad?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I switched it out from a break tune and the place went off. Really good tune. This is possibly the most aggressive jungle tune I've ever heard.
Another one I've heard 100 times that still takes you by surprise a little bit. So I was going to do next. Go on, sorry.
What's the Mario Dead sample then? So I'm just trying to work out what Limo's saying.
Oh, I guess it kind of is. It's not the direct sample though, is it? It just kind of sounds like it.
The Mario.
What is it?
Mario Dead. What's Mario Dead?
He dies in the game.
Oh, right. It does sound a bit like that, doesn't it?
Yeah. I don't think it's a direct sample.
Oh, it might be. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I've just heard it so many times that I don't remember it anymore. Yeah, it goes blip.
So I had three in mind that were all completely different from each other. So that's the Gnarly Jungle one. Then I was going to suggest the Move Your Feet VIP.
Oh, okay.
Which is, I mean, if we're trying to show the sort of the
diversity, yeah, absolutely.
Full spectrum.
This is
get more. I mean, this is borderline.
This is so 4/4. It's basically 5/5.
Yeah.
Move your feet, move your feet.
to show off the second drop as well?
Yeah, if Claire's still in, she's going to fuck this.
Move your feet, move your feet.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, all these tunes are still even madder than I remember them.
It's a good one.
Yeah, my last one I was going to suggest was I wanted maybe this was my favorite because it's just something I love about Luca Distance.
I really like Luca Distance as well. You know,
it's just I don't know.
Have I got a Pro Q up? Oh, good. It's empty. It's an empty Pro Q, but still.
So we've gone from virtually breakcore level fucking like Tekken Euro to just all out fucking jungle to whatever the fuck you want to call the VIP 5-5 we'll call it, as you said. And then there's this.
Shit, I've got to go. Kids are back. They can listen. We can not swear.
I'll try, bro. I'll try.
Nice one, Limo. Chat to you soon. Hello, Exile.
Yes, how you doing, bro?
How you doing? Yeah. Right. Let's play Luca Distance then. And again, like earlier, what I was saying, like just perfect stereo width with no stereo width in the sub. It's just really well made and it's really catchy. You'd be humming this for days. It's just a good tune, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the past 5 tunes we've played are the perfect, just show how it really is a full spectrum album.
Absolutely.
And if you think that's 5 of 33, just think how the rest of it goes. There's one more I mind playing, but
where's Walker?
No, you. I think you should play a couple.
Okie dokie. We're gonna take a little.
Say maybe let's end on Hologram Make a Move.
Okay, I think we're gonna. We've got one final.
We've got another feedback
track.
Right,
yeah, one final feedback track. This is for Akuma, who is, I believe, he's on Boomslang.
Oh.
Fantastic producer from what I've heard. And this is a little whip by him, and then I guess we'll just play some forthcoming GTA tunes until we're done, until we roll out. And I think we should definitely finish on that hologram tune. You're right, Rob. this hasn't been sent to us as a demo, but if it had, we'd sign this instantly, right?
Yeah, lovely tune, man. I'm a sucker for a haunting vocal into a gnarly dirty drop.
Yeah, me too. Like, just absolutely fantastic. It's not finished yet, apparently. I would say it needs a bit of a spike around 8K just to balance out that nice sub. But I mean, apart from just needing a bit of a spike at 8K, I mean, that's, that's it.
Yeah. No, it's really good.
Like, no notes. Sorry, we can't be more helpful. But when you send us tunes that are
That's what you want.
well balanced with a good stereo field and have a good structure, there's not really anything we can say except excellent work.
Yeah, this and that Rico tune have just kind of stumped us, but that's what you want. It just not stumped us, but just made us go great.
Yeah. Actually, this section, when that ride comes in, has that 8K. It just plugs that gap, and then that's why that section feels so dynamic and driving. It might just be a way of just getting it slightly more on the 65. If I'm being like super nitpicky, halfway through the "You're haunting me, you're haunting me, you're haunting me, you're haunting me," it would be cool if it missed out the me. You know how it misses out the me at the end of the 16? It'd be cool if it missed out the me at the end of the 8 as well. It felt like it was going to, and then the me came. But it's like it goes. You're haunting me, you're haunting. And it'd be cool if it did that halfway through the vocal as well, just to give it a little bit more, like when you have something that plays for that long and you take a break from it, then it feels more, it feels good when it comes back in again. I mean, this is like tiny personal taste things. It's certainly not an error in the tune or anything that needs fixing. It was just something that I thought was going to happen, and then again here when the vocal comes back in again, I thought it was going to happen, and it didn't. But that could be because you've already sent me this before, and so in my head the vocal goes, haunting me, you're haunting, so I just sort of expected it. Whereas Rob, this is you hearing it for the first time, isn't it? Did it stand out to you like that was going to happen, or?
Kind of, yeah. No, like I kind of knew what was going to happen, and but that's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
I quite like that. There's like sometimes tunes take you by surprise, and sometimes they give you exactly what the ear expects, and that's what this did. And I like that. I kind of prefer that, if I'm honest. So yeah, it's good.
Wicked. So very, very well done, Akuma. And if you ever looking for a home for this, then wing it over.
DJRexDemos@gmail.com.
Absolutely.
That's I feel like two Spectrum tunes.
Ooh, 2 each. Oh fuck no, we don't have time for 2 each.
Mine's making moves, so you do for it.
Okay. This tune has really, really grown on me, especially seeing the reaction to it on Saturday. I quite liked it anyway, but it just again so different from the 5 other tunes that we've played. This is very synthwave liquid. This is going to be our second to last tune.
The name really goes well with the album as well.
Fishy, yeah.
No, Spectral Abyss is called Full Spectrum.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Anyway,
I thought you were saying his name goes well with the fact that it's liquid.
Oh, that's yeah. I didn't think of that, but that totally works.
I thought that's what you were saying. I didn't realise you were saying with the album name until it was too late. Love this tune. Almost sounds like it should be like in a computer game or something.
This is the meaning of a grower. This tune, man. Well, that doesn't mean you don't like it. Might not love it straight away, but yeah, this definitely warmed our hearts slowly but surely.
Absolutely. And so, lastly, but by no means leastly, is going to be Hologram Make a Move. We're going to play a bit of it, and then we're going to raid into our good friends, E-Town Junglists.
Shout out to Clint.
Shout out to Clint. But yeah, do you remember we played this at Hit and Run, and it just went off skis.
Then there's a sort of halftime hip hop bit comes in, it goes off.
Make sure you give Clint, E-Town Junglists, all of your love. Without him, we wouldn't be on Twitch. He definitely converted us to the Church of Twitch when we met him in Vancouver, didn't he, Rob? Very Diplodocus-y, this song.
Okay.
To something
We're done.
that is supposedly Pink Floyd. Sorry.
I love Sola with the raid. Guys, make sure you are following GTA Rex. That's Grand Theft Audio recordings. Here, huge drum